Hey y'all, say y'all, peace and Palo Santo 6, it's your girl Divinely Lika, and welcome to our channel. Hope everybody is having an amazing Friday night. I know I am. I just came back from the gym, so I'm feeling like somebody today. But anywho's, let's get into it. The particular deck that my spirit guides are nudging me to pull from, at least for the first reading, I don't really know how long I'm going to channel tonight, but I feel like I'm going to do more than one upload. Angel and Ancestor Oracle cards. See what's going on with the energy. We are wrapping up 2023, y'all. And I don't know about y'all, but I know for me, this has been the most... This year came with like some really painful lessons, but oh my gosh. Am I so grateful for them? Like, oh my God, have they made me a better woman? Like, I have no complaints. Certain people definitely had to be cut out of my energy, from family members to friends to partners, romantic partners. A lot of things have had to change. And I've honestly seen my life really just blossom in a lot of different ways since I've done so. Got certain people out of my energy, because at the end of the day, certain people are just catalyst to our growth. And once you learn a lesson, it's time to get them out your energy. You understand what I'm saying? So, yep. I know I'm feeling really good about this year. I feel like the next year is just going to be filled with blessings. That's just how I see it. But anywho, divine spirit guides, angels, ancestors, cosmic family of the brightest love, light, healing, prosperity, and protection, please give me clear and accurate messages for the divine collective. Clear and accurate messages for the divine collective. What is it that they need to hear the most at this time? What is it that their higher self want them to hear the most at this time? Their divine ancestors, the universe, want them to hear the most at this time. Please just block out any interferences as I get these messages across and protect my space. Any dark magic or evil eye being sent my way or to the way of my platform, I ask that you return it back to sender, magnified, and bind it to them. Thank you so much, Spirit. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. All right. Please protect my crown chakra. No, excuse me. Please protect my crown chakra as I get these messages across, and open up and activate my third eye chakra, so I can dive deeper into my intuition and get further clarification of the cards that come out today. Ashe. All right, let's see what's going on, y'all. What is it that the divine collective need to hear the most at this time? This is trying to come out. Broken arrow. It says, embrace the energy of peace. So I don't know why, as I pulled this card, as I read that card, the first thing I thought of is, because I do genuinely believe, like, I feel like my timeline is very similar to a lot of the collective's timeline. It just seems like a lot of people just seem, I don't know, my spirit guides, the universe is just connecting me with a lot of people on the same timeline, or is drawing viewers who are on the same timeline to my readings. But what I'm noticing is a lot of people, like I just said, are closing out chapters with certain people. And now it's more so when you first leave like certain connections behind that maybe were, a lot of drama, anxiety, things like that were tied to certain people or situations or jobs or living situations, whatever it may be. When you're first getting out of that type of energy, peace can kind of feel like boredom when you're not used to it. If you're used to chaos, if you're used to drama, if you're used to hostility, if you're used to being around friends who always gossiping and got drama and bullshit going on and stuff like that, and then you finally, make the change and say, you know what, this shit does not serve me anymore. And this doesn't even have to be people. It could be a work environment. It could be a living situation. You could have some really shitty neighbors and you finally move from that situation. Or even just with family members, you can have certain family members that you deal with that have a lot of drama and chaos, and it's just always some bullshit. When you finally cut connections with certain people, if all you've known all your life is some form of drama and chaos, it is going to feel like boredom. So your spirit guides in the universe want you to embrace the energy of peace. Understand that what you feel is not boredom, it's peace. I remember there was a part of my journey where it was the same way. I'm like, it's just fucking boring as hell. I just felt like it's like nothing was going on. But I'm like, wait a minute, nothing is going on. My anxiety is like, I know in my last relationship, I had the worst anxiety. I just always felt like I was worrying about something. I just wasn't comfortable. And I was so used to not being comfortable that it became my norm. And when I finally got out of that, I'm not going to say I craved it to a sense, but you know, peace was a little foreign to me after so long of being in a situation where my anxiety is high. I'm always worried about something. Like, you know, it's just a little different. The next card we have is Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. Honor your inner knowing. So a lot of you know that this place that you're in, this is what's best for you. Even though it may feel uncomfortable, even though it may feel foreign, you understand that the decisions that you have made are what's best for you. Understand that all of my readings are timeless, so this can apply to past, present, or future. And that my readings are general. So take what resonates to you and your situation and leave the rest behind. Do not force anything to fit, because I could be talking about you or someone who is in your energy knowingly or unknowingly. But it does say to honor your inner knowing. So some people knew that, you know, certain things or situations that they walked away from was best for them. Even if it does feel a little uncomfortable, you deep down inside, your gut knew that this is this is what was best for you. Now it says Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. So after these changes, oh yeah. So, you know, you're coming out of this chaotic energy. Now you're in a place of peace. You know, you want to honor yourself from finally, because, you know, some of us, we feel stuff in our gut, but that good old benefit of the doubt or holding on to people based off of potential, things like that, you know, that's normally outside of what our gut is telling us. Like when you decide to give somebody the benefit of the doubt, like they've showed you who you are, but you're like, you know, you're giving them the benefit of the doubt because deep down inside you see their potential and everything else. That is going against your internal GPS. That is going against your intuition. So now that you've finally acted on what you've probably always felt, you know, your spirit guides want you to honor that. And then take some time to reflect on the decisions that you've made. I know, what the hell was I about to say? What was I about to say? You want to take some time to reflect on everything that has taken place. Take the time to realize what this situation was teaching you prior to you making the decision to walk away from whatever you walked away from or close out whatever cycle that you closed out. And for some of you, this doesn't have to be external to you. This could have been something you had to change within yourself. This could have been a pattern you had to stop within yourself and embracing the energy of peace. Because sometimes we actually don't have any drama going on in our lives, but how we handle life and how we perceive life, we can actually create our own drama and our own hostility based off of just perspective. So in this time of peace, while you're embracing this energy of peace, you know, it could feel like, damn, I just got all this. It just feels like you may have a lot of free time or just more peace than what you're used to. Use this. You don't realize that you actually need this time for yourself. You need peace. Sometimes that, you know, the calm after the storm, after all the fucking chaos and the bullshit and the making up, the breaking ups and the back and forths and the fighting or whatever your situation may consist of. Negative patterns, negative habits, addictions, whatever it may be. Now that you've come out of this and you're at a place of peace, Take the time to reflect. It's time to reflect. It's time to go within. You need no distractions right now. When I think of peace and I think of like that calm after the storm, it just gives me like the roads are clear. There is no obstacles in your way unless you create them. All right, but let's get into the textbook definition of what these cards are saying. Because you know me, I'm going to give y'all my intuitive messages first, and then I'm going to go from there. So the first one we had was the broken arrow, embrace the energy of peace. It says, let go of the need to defend yourself and prepare to offer peace. You are safe. Just as the arrow card symbolizes defense and protection, the broken arrow card symbolizes peace. In Native American traditions, a broken arrow would mean that tribes were no longer fighting one another, but were making alliances. When you see a broken arrow in a meditation, vision, dream, or reading, it is a message that you no longer need to fight because peace has arrived. This is a powerful symbol of harmony, serenity, and community. Extended message. It says, if you have been exposed to a situation in which you have felt the need to protect yourself or defend what you feel is right, know that this is now coming to an end. With the arrival of the broken arrow card, you're being guided to know that the energies of light are entering to wash away all the darkness. You can drop your shields and protection. You are now in a situation that will honor you and honor your needs. Honor you and honor your needs. Some of you have actually entered into new connections or are about to be meeting maybe somebody, new connections, new friendships, new job opportunities, whatever it may be. Everything doesn't have to be romantic, but regardless, there is some type of new energy that's going to come in that is going to be the complete opposite of whatever chaos and drama and stress that you were experiencing in your previous situation. It says you can drop the shields and protection. You are now in a situation that will honor you and honor your needs. Arguments are ending and disagreements are being resolved. Prepare to talk things through and offer the peace that you would like to enjoy. In order to move forward in a more fearless way, it's important for you to let go of the idea that you can be hurt by this situation or the people involved, because this will only work against you. Know that your angelic guides and ancestors are standing around you, protecting you and taking you lovingly forward. Okay. For some of you who have left, okay. For some of you that have, this is what I'm just hearing. For some of you that have left certain situations behind, that still have ill feelings, or maybe be experiencing some type of bitterness tied to whatever situation that you had to walk away, whatever chapter you had to close, whatever door you had to close. Spirit is telling you to kind of, I don't want to necessarily say, because it does say something about having a conversation, like, you know, having a peaceful conversation or something. I'm paraphrasing at this point, but it says prepare to talk things through. I don't feel like everything has to be talked through. I think when you're taking this time to reflect, the talking things through could be honestly with yourself. And for you, it's just ultimately coming to peace with everything that has taken place. Because here's the thing. Now, if you could leave a situation with some type of, you know, bitterness or ill feelings towards a person, but honestly, people come into our lives as lessons. So when moving on to the next card, which is honor your inner knowing. In certain instances, a lot of us, I'm not going to say we have to blame ourselves, but certain things we allow to happen because we didn't leave. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to just use me as an example. I could have walked away from my last partner and been really bitter for how he treated me and the things that took place and the lies and everything else and the manipulation. I could be mad about that. But the reality of the situation is, how mad can I be when I chose this? This person showed me who, like, that good old benefit of the doubt, that good old potential, that staying and sticking it through and seeing it through. 11:44 on the clock. This could be those numbers may be significant for you. The benefit of the doubt, and that holding on to people based off potential. The reality of the situation is this: you can see the potential in somebody all day, but if they don't see it and they're not willing to live up to it, ultimately you are loving somebody and you are holding on to a person based off an illusion. You can't hold on to people based off of potential. You have to deal with people based off what they show you. Cause a person can have potential all day. Like, you know those people, like you have those people you went to high school with, and you were like, oh my God, he was so talented. I just can't believe, like, if he just would have did XYZ, he would have went so far. If she just would have did XYZ, or never start messing with drugs, she could have been this and she could have been that. People can have potential, but if they don't see it for themselves, if they don't want to live up to it, then ultimately you are loving somebody and holding onto a person based off of an illusion. So when I say to the bitterness, in certain instances, that bitterness has to be let go, because and a lot of times we're kind of the person to blame. And I'm not saying this to beat yourself up about it, because this is not something for you to beat yourself up about. You were supposed to be in that situation. You probably were even supposed to stay in the situation for a little while and get hurt a little bit to learn what you needed to learn. Life is cyclic. Life is full of lessons. So sometimes you have to have that shitty ass friendship. You got to be employed at that shitty ass company that doesn't fucking appreciate you, or have some shitty ass family members that you go above and beyond for that would never fucking do the same in return, for you to ultimately learn a lesson that the universe is trying to teach you. And more times than not, it's self-worth. More times than not, it's loving ourselves a little bit more. Whatever it may be. But ultimately, learning how to not be bitter about a situation, because, the way people, at the end of the day, the way people treat us has nothing to do with us and everything to do with them and their insecurities and the shit they have to get together. So with that being said, if you look at life and you look at how people treat you without internalizing it, like, oh, this person treats me like this because I'm this way, or they don't feel like I'm good enough, or whatever it is whatever it is that you are making up in your mind, at the end of the day, people treat you based off of their own shit. They're the demons they're fighting, the shit they need to heal from. So when you have that perspective, it's so much easier to not be bitter about how a person treated you, because it had nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. Okay, so boom, that's that. Moving on to Medicine Mother, it says honor your inner knowing. It says take action. Do what you know you need to do. Mother always knows best, they say. And it's true. We all know a maternal figure who is extremely intuitive and insightful. And this Medicine Mother has gone through many ups and downs, and she has lived and she has lost. Okay, stop. For some of you, this may only apply to a small group of the collective. Somebody, if you have a passed away mother figure, a actual mother, a grandmother, somebody has actually been intuitive. Somebody has been giving you guidance in regards to something that you needed to close out. Rather it been a person, a friendship, a family member, or whatever. Somebody is guiding, protecting you, and covering you, guiding, protecting you, and covering you, and was also trying to give you signs in regards to something that you needed to close out. That applies to just a few. Now it says mother always knows best, they say, and it's true. We all know a maternal figure who is extremely intuitive and insightful, and this Medicine Mother has gone through many ups and downs. She has lived and she has lost. She knows what it's like to suffer and to want to give up. So the medicine of this card is that it's okay to make mistakes and get it wrong. It's okay to make mistakes and get it wrong sometimes. It's okay for things to come to an end. Then I felt it. I don't even have... Look. Can't nobody tell me my spirit guides ain't give me a goddamn gift. Because I said, like... When I say I'll feel the energy of endings, And then the cards will reflect exactly what I'm saying. Come on now. Come on. Anyway, it says, okay. So mistakes and get it wrong sometimes. It's okay for things to come to an end. It's not the end of the world. It's just the end of one chapter and the beginning of something new. Didn't I say people are closing out chapters right now? And embrace the peace that has come with you closing out these chapters. I'll be feeling these messages. I'm sorry, y'all. I still get goosebumps myself when I predict something and then it ends up coming out in the reading. I don't know what the hell these cards are gonna say. I don't know the textbook definition of none of these damn. I got too many cards to keep up. I love when I see that. That just really makes me feel like I'm really connected to the energy. But anyway, it says, okay. It's just the end of one chapter and the beginning of something new. The medicine mother, yes. And honestly, at the end of the day, for every ending is a new beginning. And almost every single time the new beginning is better than the chapter that you just closed out. So what is there to be? There's nothing to be bitter about. There's nothing to be sad about. I mean, honestly, there is things to be sad about because, you know, to live something, you know, we get so used to a particular pattern, and then 21 on the timer. I call it 20 21 and then 21. But you know, we get so used to or so conditioned to do things a certain way, and then when you change, it almost feels like a death. Not only are you mourning the loss of a person, or the loss of, and I'm not saying the loss like an actual death, but the loss of this person is no longer, this person is no longer conducive to my growth or my life journey. So now it is time for them to be pushed out of my timeline. It is the equivalent of a death. It is. So for some of us, yeah, it can be really hard. You are mourning. Not only are you mourning the loss of certain people that you thought were going to be a part of your life while you went above and beyond to do the things that you've always desired to do. And you're realizing that, wow, a lot of these people honestly can come with me, but you're also mourning a version of yourself that even allowed you to be tied to that person. Because here's the thing, as you elevate, naturally, the thing that makes people have something in common to even meet, whether it's a relationship, a friendship, is that you two are vibrating very similar. Y'all, you two are vibrating at a similar frequency that even keeps you two connected. At some point, once you start to raise your vibration and you hold on to that person, only one of two things are going to happen. Okay? You are either going to hold yourself back, or you're just literally one or the other. You're either going to hold your own self back from elevating, growing, ascending, evolving, or you're going to cut the person off so you can spread your wings and fucking fly. People are, at some point, once you learn a lesson, people have to be let go so you can move beyond. That's just what it is. So sometimes your frequency, the raising of your vibration, will naturally push certain people out of your timeline. And if you want to be the person who just wants to keep holding on, that's why I'm not a person who is a believer of the no new friends. That little no new friends, no new friends, no new friends, no. Sometimes your day ones have to go. I don't believe that you always that you have to stay tied to the people that you started with. I'm not a believer in that, and it may hurt. It may seem whatever it may seem like. Sometimes you got to cut people loose so you can evolve. That's why the saying, it's lonely at the top, that's where that comes from. It don't have nothing to do with, oh, I got so much money now that I'm here and everybody's not on my level. No, it's lonely at the top, meaning I have ascended, I have evolved, and everybody couldn't come with me. Now, don't get me wrong. When you see, this is the beautiful thing about raising your vibration and evolving. There are other people up there on that level. So what happens is new people start to come into your energy that are more fit to where you are in your life and your healing journey and whatever else it may be. So that's the beautiful thing about it. So it says, the medicine mother reminds you that even though you will have low lows, you aren't here to suffer. You are here to be supported and to support others. Let her give you the loving encouragement to take the next step forward. There is an old pattern rising up in you now, and it's time to deal with it and release it for good. You're being encouraged to love and respect yourself enough to take the steps you know you need to take to move closer to where you'd like to be. You already know the answers. You know what you need to do. You may have been using delaying tactics. The delaying tactics are the benefit of the delaying tactics. The words surrounding the delaying tactics are comfort zone, are benefit of the doubt, and are potential. Comfort zone, benefit of the doubt, potential. Those are the words surrounding these delaying tactics that I'm hearing. So you may have been using delaying tactics or holding back, but now you're being guided to take action. Action requires courage, but your angels and guides are bringing you the courage to move forward. Take just one step. When you do, the next one will be presented to you. Just take one step in the direction you know you need to be going. And like I said, some of you already knew what you need to change. Everybody's on, there are people on different timelines. Past, present, or future, like I said, timeless reading. So for some of you have already made this step. Some of you know deep down inside, this is a step that you need to make. 11:55 on the clock as I'm saying this. These numbers may be significant to you. You know what you need to do. You know who deep down isn't good for you. And your spirit guides are telling you to take that step. Wrap this year up the right way. Everybody ain't supposed to make it to 2024 with you. Next one we have is Mirror Guardian. Mirror Guardian. I just found it. Okay. It says, take time to reflect. Take some time to reflect on your strengths and challenges and how far you've come. Recognize your gifts. Angels accept you just the way you are. Even when you are going through a challenging time, they still hold you in the highest esteem. The Mirror Guardian, a female angel looking into the mirror of life, invites you to witness your spiritual gift. I'm sorry. Let me find it. Invite you to witness your spiritual strength and beauty, to see yourself as angels do. The mirror represents the fact that your core beliefs and ideas are in fact what is reflected back to you by your world. Your life is one big mirror of how you feel within, and the Mirror Guardian helps you recognize that. When this card appears, you're being invited to take some time to see where you are right now. You are a beautiful being who has surmounted so many challenges and expanded in so many ways. Your angels are now guiding you to take inventory of your life and to take the time to note all of your recent experiences, the challenges you have surmounted, the strengths that you have developed, and the lessons that you have learned. Beautiful. Your angels want you to reflect on your strengths, in particular, those aspects of yourself that you feel have not been acknowledged by others. So what I just heard is be your own cheerleader. Nobody ever said they are proud of you. You tell yourself that you're proud of you. Talk to that inner child. Tell that inner child what it wanted to hear as a kid. And see how much that uplifts your adult self. It says your angels want you to reflect on your strengths, in particular, those aspects of yourself that you feel have not been acknowledged by others. Offer yourself approval where it's due, and know that when you give yourself credit, others will be able to as well. Some of you need to acknowledge just how strong you are. You could have experienced some things that would have really broken the next person. You're taking the time to reflect and look at everything that had come to. I'm not going to say anything really comes to hurt us, but some of the greatest lessons are the most painful lessons. You did not allow that to turn you cold. You still have a heart of gold. You understand that you needed to experience whatever you needed to experience as a catalyst of your growth, and now you are here. Embrace this peace, this peaceful new chapter. You have so many blessings to come. Because here's the thing. The road, the path, it's the calm after the storm, which means the roads are clear. There is nothing in the freaking way. All right, this has been a beautiful reading. If this at all resonated, please like, comment, subscribe. It is just a beautiful way to energetically donate back to my channel. But until next time, I love you all so, so much, and